Well, good evening and welcome to another episode of Sean Reviews Costco Wines. I'm Sean O'Neill and I'm your host for this wine extravaganza. And we are still in the middle of our COVID-19 quarantine / social distancing. And so we're going to get on with our third episode of Sean Reviews Costco Wines. And today we're going to jump into my home state. And this is fun for me because I my wine palate grew up with Washington wines. And today we're going to do one that I don't know terribly much about. This is called Wahluke Cabernet Sauvignon. And it's from the Wahluke Slope, which is a subregion of the Columbia Valley. So here in Washington State, the biggest wine region, which encompasses almost all the other wine regions except for the Puget Sound, is the Columbia Valley. And the Columbia Valley is a huge area that stretches from way up near Chelan all the way to the Columbia River Gorge, which is a couple hundred miles. And it includes the Yakima Valley, Red Mountain, Wahluke Slope, Horse Heaven Hills, a bunch of very well-known wine-growing regions. In the United States, those are called AVAs. And so this is a Cabernet, and as you guys are most likely aware, Cabernet is Bordeaux varietal, and Cabernet happens to be my very favorite grape. I think that the best Cabernet in the world is pretty much the best wine in the world. I love Cabernet. Everything that I love about wine is almost always in a Cabernet. It's very gutsy, it's very nuanced at the same time. It can be concentrated and it ages well, or at least the better Cabernets of the world age pretty well, and it's really complex. And some of the best flavors, or my most favorite flavors that you can get out of wine, usually come from Cabernet, and that's I really like that blackberry liqueur, or that what the French call cassis, which is more like a currant flavor. And some of my favorite wines, most of my favorite wines have that in spades. And so we are going to be opening up this, and like I said, I am not terribly familiar with this particular bottle. Just seeing where it's from, Mattawa, I'm guessing that this might be a Chateau Saint Michel sub-label, but I don't know that, and I actually purposely didn't look it up because I don't want to jade my palate and read the review and just subconsciously recite what the reviews say. And so I forgot a glass. Let me grab a glass really quick. Sorry about that delay, but and so Washington wine, if you happen to be watching this and you're not one of my friends that live here in Washington wine is an incredibly diverse wine region. You can grow pretty much anything in Washington, and one of the hallmarks of the state of Washington is incredible consistency from vintage to vintage. It doesn't mean that there's not a little bit of difference and variation between vintages, but you can pretty much count on a pretty good vintage at the minimum every single year. And if you're a really good winemaker, even in the bad vintages, you can make really good wine, and those are few and far between, though, those bad vintages. So let's pop this bad boy open and let's see what we've got. Just a little shout out to Trader Joe's here. My cork puller is a Trader Joe's model, and they are $1.99. And this is the best cork puller. It is just a really good cork puller for $1.99. So cork looks to be in good shape. Real cork, no off smells. Let's put that there, and let's try some cab. Okay. Hmm. Really, what I like to call a dusty nose. It's really it's almost dirty. I mean, it smells like fresh soil. Definitely has a really nice, yeah, some concentrated blackberry on the background. A little bit of oh, almost eucalyptus. Let's give this a try. That is a very, very good Cabernet. It it drinks really rich and not in a bad way, not like overripe or over oaked or anything. Just really concentrated, really heavy on the blackberry. This is fantastic. Just enough new oak to more than actually giving it sweetness or vanilla or caramel. The new oak is really giving it texture. Um, there's a little bit of caramel on the finish. The finish goes on quite a while. Like I said, there's really great blackberry liqueur notes. And the only thing that I can really describe it as is there's the primary flavors are blackberry and cassis, but there is a just a real strong current of eucalyptus that goes through there that really balances out and competes with that blackberry. It's absolutely delicious. Yeah, I'm a big fan. This particular bottle comes in at the top of our price range. This is $14.99 at Costco. Um, and but this drinks like a $30 cab, easy. It's really, really good. And on the attack on that front end, you definitely get a little bit of like wet stone or maybe even pencil lead or graphite. It This punches way above its weight. It is the tannin is there, but it is seamlessly integrated, and there's still quite a bit of acid. And so, I would say that this could age pretty effortlessly for at least 5 years. It's outstanding. Let's see how it goes with some food here. So, gonna try off with some Vermont cheddar. That's an outstanding pairing. Um, really creamy, almost hedonistic in the way that the wine and the cheese go together to almost create like a dessert type pairing. Really, really delicious. Now let's move on to my favorite. We've got some salame de Parma today, which is an uncured salami from Parma, Italy. Really outstanding with the cured meat. Now let's move on to some acid, and I've got some Spanish Manzanilla olives today. Really nice, holds up. Sometimes those green, more acidic foods are pretty difficult to pair with. And this really hit a home run with all three of these. This would be a fantastic charcuterie wine. This is a great just pop it open and sip, and but it's got the acidic structure to hold up to different food. I am really impressed, and so this is definitely not on our on our 5-star scale, a 3-star wine. This is a 4-star wine. This is I am really surprised, excuse me, and really impressed with the quality that's in this bottle. Yep. So go out, bring yourself to Costco, get some of this. I'm really unreserved, without reserve. I'm recommending this Wahluke Cabernet Sauvignon. It's absolutely delicious. You will not be disappointed. Yeah. So happy tasting. Be safe out there, and yeah, talk to you again. Adios.